Damn it! I lost the sneeze. I love sneezing. Okay, let's just do this. Wait! Oh my god! Hi guys! My name is Lily. Thanks for coming back and watching. Today I'm going to be showing you my natural glam look, my everyday makeup tutorial. I don't naturally wear makeup every single day. I hardly honestly wear makeup, but when I do wear makeup, this is the look I go for. Natural, fresh, and a minimal amount of makeup. I do suffer from a little bit of acne, so I like to put like the least amount of makeup on my face. And so this is my everyday tutorial. If you like what you see on my face, keep watching. Alright guys, let's get started. So the first thing I usually do is prime my skin, and the way I do that is by moisturizing my skin. And then I also like using a pore filling or a smoothing primer for my nose area and around the areas that I have acne. Okay, after that is done, we are going to color correct. Like I said in my other video, color correcting is very important to me because I personally need it. Not everybody does, but I do. So since this is my everyday makeup look, I don't really like to use a lot of makeup every day. So I use a darker concealer, like a darker complexion concealer than my skin, to cover underneath my eyes and my acne spots. You never want to try to cover acne spots or dark circles under your eyes with a lighter concealer, because that will just make them protrude out more, and you don't want that. It's kind of like the same concept for highlighting and contouring. And I'm using, I forgot to tell you, I'm sorry, I'm using the Superstay Better Skin Camouflage Corrector by Maybelline. And I like to go over some of my red spots that I have going on from my acne, to cover them up a little bit. Okay. Then blend everything in with the Beauty Blender. Next step is foundation. I am using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. I'm in the color C4. I really like this foundation. It's new, and it's awesome, and it's cool. It's kind of like the same thing as the Lancome cushion, but it's L'Oreal, and you can get it at Walmart. Even though it's like $14, but I think it's worth it. So what I do is just push it into the skin as I'm applying it, and then I'll go in later and further blend it out with the Beauty Blender. So, next step, we are going to highlight LA Girl Pro Concealer. I am in the color Natural. I just like putting it right on the bottom where your eye bags would be, and then right on top of my cheekbones, on the highest point of my cheekbones. I don't like to go far up because the less product under your eye, the better. You want to highlight everything else so that everything is in proportion. And that's my Warrior paint. Blend it all in with the Beauty Blender. And with the highlighter, since I am going under my eye again, what I like to do is start here, kind of push it into itself so that I can get that initial brightness, and then I like to go down and then drag it up last. So again, we have the least amount of product underneath our eyes as possible. I'm going to be setting my under eye with the NYX Highlight Contour Kit with my e.l.f. blush brush. I'm making sure all the creases are out from under my eye. And then go in with the powder and lightly tap underneath. Make sure to stay only underneath the eye area, like where I am, so that when you go in over here for your highlight, because it's a cream, we don't put any powder there. Next, I'm going to be highlighting with my Benefit WhatsApp highlighter. And this is what it looks like.
Pretty cool, pretty.
I just like to dab it on with my fingers, and then wherever the highest points of your cheekbones are, and I like to go around like the bone around my eye, and then up into my brow bone, and then up above my brow. Go on my nose, and since I have a longer nose, I like to pretend that the tip of my nose is right here. And then the Cupid's bow. Okay. I'm going to be filling in my brows, but I'm not going to be doing anything that drastic. I like to go over them with the clear eye gel just to get whatever foundation I have off of them and kind of control them a bit. Stick them up so I know what I'm working with. And I'm using my Anastasia brow pencil in soft brown.
Brow wiz.
So I'm not doing anything drastic. I'm literally just filling them in so they can look a little bit fuller. Whatever sparse areas I have, I like to fill them in, and that's about it. I don't do anything drastic with my brows because I already have full brows. Oh, and I especially don't do anything to the front. I know one is like a circle and then one's a square. I learned in makeup school that my face is extremely so my face is extremely asymmetrical, and that means that both sides of my face are completely different. Like my nostrils, one is larger than the other. One peak of my Cupid's bow actually points, and the other isn't a point. It's kind of a round. And then same thing with my eyebrows. One's a round and then one's a square. And I've tried to make them look exactly alike, but it just makes my brows look really harsh. And I already have big features on my face, like my eyes, my teeth, my nose, so I don't really need huge brows. So I like to keep them, you know, nice and subtle to balance out my face. I am going to set my highlight before I set the rest of my face so that I don't put any matte powder on top of that cream highlight.
So we can shine bright like a diamond. Yes. Shine bright like a diamond.
I am, sorry again, I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood with her brush A23. It's her highlighting brush, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually like really love.
Is that bright? Is that really bright? Because I feel like it's very bright. Yes! Yes!
Don't forget the nose. Remember where your tip was, not at the end of my nose. And my Cupid's bow. It like makes the upper lip look bigger and fuller and poutier. Like now it looks like I got some lip fillers done. I wish. Now I'm gonna set the rest of my face so we can move forward. And the way I set my face is I do it with Select Sheer Pressed Powder by MAC, and mine is NC40. with just a Morphe M110 powder brush. The way I like to set my face is lightly dab the powder on my face. I've learned for me that it disperses an even amount of powder at a controlled process so that I don't really have powder face, but everything is set. That is done. Now I'm going to bronze up my face, and I'm just going to use the same elf blush brush with my Benefit Hoola bronzer. One thing I always like telling people when they're using bronzer is never stop moving. Don't ever stay in one place. Keep it going. Don't overpack your brush. Always build. And never put it all over your face. Bronzer is not supposed to be put all over your face. It's supposed to warm up your skin and make you look like you got kissed by the sun, not burned and not fake tanned to an oblivion. I like doing my highlight before doing my bronzer because I feel like it's a vehicle for my bronzer, meaning it like pretty much helps me guide where I put my bronzer. That's bronzing, and then next I want to slightly contour. So I'm taking my NYX contour kit again. I'm just going to use the same brush. And I'm going to take the taupiest color in the palette, very grayish, not warm at all, because I don't want it to be warm. I want it to look like a shadow. And then when I try to contour to give more of a natural look, I like to contour from at least right where your tragus starts. I like to start from right there, and then where I stop is kind of like where your eyebrow ends, right there. Because you don't want it to go down too far. It's gonna look really unnatural. And this is my everyday makeup look. I'm not trying to look like a drag queen today. Or am I? Okay, and if you can kind of tell, like I have more depth on this side than I do on this side. Let's just finish the face, might as well. So I'm using the Tarte Celebrated blush. I actually really like this blush. It's very subtle, very good for my skin tone. So I like to smile, apples of your cheeks, and put it in between the highlight and where your contour would be. Just like that. Next thing, eyelashes. So all I do is curl them and put mascara. I put the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Put some on the bottom. I don't like to put a lot because my eyelashes on the bottom are actually really long. So sometimes I look like I have spider legs coming out of my eyes. It's really disturbing.
What nice, sir.
Trying to think of what's next. I'll just spray my face because I'm done with my face. So I'm using the Mario Bedescu Skincare Facial Spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I love this stuff. It's super inexpensive, and I love the smell of roses. So let that soak in. And then I'm going to go in for my lips with the Meet Matte Hues by The Balm, the color Committed. I got this in my Ipsy bag a while back, and I actually really like this liquid lipstick. I really like their formula. Okay, I don't know if, I'm from Chicago, so Marshall Fields is like was a big thing here. But I don't know if you guys remember those like peppermint sticks that were covered in chocolate. That's what this smells like. I like to just do one big X. Alright guys, this is the completed look. This is my everyday makeup tutorial. Like I said in the beginning, I don't wear makeup every day, but if I were to choose to wear makeup on any day, this is the look I would choose. Natural, fresh, and radiant. Look at that highlight though. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I know I have subscribers here now, but I would like some comments to know you're really here. So suggest something new for me to do and I'll do it for you. Okay? Love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.